Okay, you've got a new album coming out in September,
Yep.
Under the Red Cloud. I suppose first of all, where did the name come from?
It's coming from one song. It's the title of the song, and this time it's not a concept album, so we just had to pick one title. And personally, I like really simple titles, like Circle, Energy. This is not that simple, but I really like the title. It makes some kind of picture in my mind, and I think it represents the time that we're living at the moment, like dangerous times, lots of bad things happening, and the guy who wrote the lyrics, Pekka Kainulainen, he thinks that something really bad might happen in the near future. So it's red clouds. It's like a thing that's around us at the moment.
Right. And was it harder, do you think, coming up with the title because it wasn't a concept, your album?
It's not easy, ever.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not, because that's the title what has to represent the album.
Yeah, and also if you are thinking about cover art, if you have like a circle, it's quite obvious that you might have some circle on the cover. Actually, we didn't have any circle.
No,
But still.
Yeah, that's also one of the things, because we really like the visual side as well. So we always want to match the lyrics and the title to the cover art. Somehow. But I think we managed to do it quite well this time also. But it wasn't very easy task.
Right.
We had some ideas.
Yeah.
It wasn't the only idea to use this one.
No.
But I think it was good.
The first idea was sort of backstabbing.
Yeah.
We had like an idea for two hands and a knife, and
Right.
the both hands are
Like stabbing each other.
stabbing each other.
Right.
So that was really hard, and our cover artist Valnoar, he did some sketches, but it just didn't match that well for the overall picture for what we had in mind. So then we replaced that with an idea of snakes. So you don't really know if the snakes are hugging or eating each other. So it symbolizes basically.
So you're obviously quite involved in the album cover side of things as well. I know some bands are just sort of pass it on to somebody else to worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we had some rough ideas like this, like Brother War inside in the circle, and also these 4 statues standing there. They are also connected to the lyrics. So we had this idea, but of course we want to give a free hand to the artist to do his art.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting to work with Valnoar, because this was first time with him, and he was giving us lots of ideas or different pictures, and it also took lots of time and discussion.
And when you're writing the album, how do you guys work? Do you tend to start? Do you sit down together and sort of work with ideas, or do you sort of each write some bits and then sort of sit down and show the others?
Nowadays we usually, that has become our method, that we individually compose tracks. Because nowadays it's a lot more easier than earlier days. You can do or show your songs and do pretty decent home demos and represent the song ideas to the other guys. So we basically do some demos at home and then email them or send them to others and go from there, and then start to check the songs at rehearsal place and pick some of the arrangements together. In a way it was fun in the early days, when it was much harder to record anything by yourself. You had your C-cassette 4-track recorders, but that was just, you did some riffs or some melody lines there. And at that time, we spent a lot more time at rehearsing place to compose actually something. We try to add some guys' parts to some guys' parts and go from there. But now it's composing is way more easier because you basically see all the parts. You can try easily swap the parts and see if something works or doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the technology that helps us out with composing process.
But in our case, music comes always first. So the guys are composing stuff, and after that, we have this Pekka Kainalainen who writes the lyrics. So after the music is composed, we have to arrange those lyrics to the music, and it's always really hard, you know, because the original poems are always in Finnish, and then we have to translate them and arrange.
Yeah, that must be very difficult, trying to come up with something that, like you say, if you're writing it in Finnish and you then kind of find some lyrics in English that make sense and fit the music.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really hard to find the right expression for some sayings, you know. If you read the lines, it's really easy to understand in Finnish, but then when we're trying to translate it, you sometimes lose something, you know. And sometimes when you are working with some person outside Finland, it's really hard to describe what we are trying to say here.
Right. Yeah.
But it's also interesting, and it takes, as I said, it takes lots of time. Sometimes it's really frustrating also, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. The easiest would be probably to take some words which rhyme together and start from there.
Yeah, you use some like program.
Yeah.
Wine, rhyme.
Yeah. That would work if you don't really mind what you sing about.
Yeah. And then when you come to record, do you sort of all sit down and record your parts separately, or do you tend to do more of a sort of live type recording?
Yeah, we usually when we record drums, we are all there involved and play together when the drums are recorded in. So the drummer is never just drumming alone. We are all there together playing, and that's what happened now as well. We recorded the drums in Stockholm, so we all went there and played the pilot guitars, pilot vocals with the drums, and then we start to record separately everything. Usually it goes like Tommy, our another guitar player, and Niklas, bass player. They start to record their stuff after the drums. Then I start to do my stuff, and Sander is doing his keyboard stuff, and Tommy is doing the vocals. But I think this time, I think I shared some days with Tommy when he was finishing his crawling vocals. We still did some keyboard melodized there, guitar melodized there.
Right, yeah. And obviously you've got a tour coming up. I think you've got some festivals first, including Wacken, which always a good festival, that one. Yeah, and presumably you'll have a very large crowd for that one as well.
Yeah, we've been playing Wacken quite often. Now we do this Tales from the Thousand Legs anniversary show there, so we play a really old school set there. So it's going to be a special show there. But yeah, it's we did this show or tour in Germany where we played this Tales from Thousand Legs show last December, and it was pretty successful. So now the promoters wanted to book us festivals this summer. So, but yeah, really looking forward to it. It's usually doesn't matter what time or which stage you play in Wacken, it's always a great feeling around there.
Yeah. And then after the summer you've got some finished dates in October, and then you've got the big tour with Nightwish, which you've got Nightwish, yourselves and Arch Enemy, three very different bands, but I think it's going to be a really good tour, that one.
Yeah, it is as you say, it's three different bands, but I think still there is some sort of a connection between the bands. And the good thing I think for the audience is that all the bands are really strong live acts, so there definitely will be something for everyone. So we definitely try to do our best and present the new album, of course, there. But that's one of the hard tasks for us, to try to pick up the songs from our catalog, which might bring some new fans to us.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you got, because this is I think your 12th album, so it must get harder and harder every tour to think, right, now which ones can we play, which ones can we cut out,
Right.
how do we fit them all in?
Right. I think we have a couple of standards we kind of have to play every night. But with this Nightwish song, I think we will only get like 40 or 45 minutes on stage, so it's gonna be impossible.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, we might change our set lists a little bit because it's so easy. We have tons of songs we can play, so it's gonna be a challenge, of course. But I'm really looking forward to tour, because touring with Nightwish, it's a great experience. We have played with them a couple of times. A couple of years ago we played one show in States with them, and they have a huge fan base also in there. So we know that there's going to be lots of fans, and it's nice to see how Nightwish fans will react to Amorphis.
Yeah, because I suppose it can be very different in that they're not necessarily Amorphis fans when they arrive, and your job is to convert them to being Amorphis fans.
Yeah.
We do our best.
Yeah. And as you say, all three really good live acts. I think it was Bloodstock 2013, I think I saw you.
Yeah.
And Arch Enemy as well, really good, high energy live sets.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tour to enjoy that one.
Yeah. In a way, it's you have bands that nobody's like. There's no new bands representing, what's this band is about. I think it's all the bands has quite big career behind.
Yeah, and I suppose you need bands of a certain size to each attract more people. So there's going to be Arch Enemy fans there'll be some Amorphis fans, there'll be Nightwish fans, and they all get to experience different bands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose it probably does mean that, as you said, there's certain standards that you have to play every show on a headline tour. On a tour like this, you've got the flexibility to say, let's try not playing it tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course we have to promote and play this album, so we're gonna play like 2 or 3 songs from the latest album. But after that, we have to fight.
I'm guessing you've all got your own favourite songs.
Yeah,
You're just like, I want to play that one. I want to play that one.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be easy. I already see all those 100 emails about the set list. What we're going to share.
And I suppose it probably helps you guys as well in the Nightwish being Finnish. You got the language, which helps.
Yeah, we know the guys very well, so it's gonna be really easy, and the crew members, almost everyone Finnish, so it's going to be pretty easy to work.
And actually we met Floor, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
She was with his other band.
Oh yeah, she
was playing in some festival, and she's really down to earth. Really polite.
Well, that would be in Revamp.
Revamp, exactly.
Which I think she scares some of the Nightwish fans when she does the Revamp stuff. Because they're expecting the sort of the nice symphonic music, and then she comes out with these growling vocals, and she's like, whoa. But by God, she can headbang and windmill, and she's a great performer.
Yeah, definitely.